Um, is that fine? Hey everyone, good morning. If I post this in the morning, which I probably will. Nice. I'm gonna try to balance this well. So, today's subject, as always, I guess you could say, is the development of self. But, specifically, well, it's a little all over the place actually. It's something I wrote in my journal for today, which I've shared with you guys a couple times or a few times, maybe 3 times. But let's get right into it. So, Monday, September 18th, I wrote 3 things: strength, kindness, and forgiveness. Is forgiveness even a word? Forgiveness, it is. Let's keep going. I said, the journey I'm taking will change many lives. I've decided to bet on myself and choose me as the one who will save us. There's a quote from a anime I used to watch. Like, it's maybe been a year, but I always go back to a few scenes, motivational scenes. And one of the scenes, the hero says to the kid, who in this world everyone has powers, but the kid was born without powers. Well, not everyone, like 80 or 90% of people have powers. But this kid was born without powers, but he wanted to help people. And he did help someone that was, there was a villain, and even though he had no powers, his body just moved before he could think about it. And because of this, the number one hero in the world saw that, and it inspired him. And he said, young man, you too can be a hero. So I said that I will become a symbol of hope for all those around me and those who know me. Those who have become aware of their potential and God given gifts have the duty and responsibility to help the quote unquote weak. Because no one's really weak, but sometimes people do need help. But I'm assuming you guys know in what sense I'm using weak as. There's another quote from another anime that says, there is no shame in being weak. The shame is in staying weak. There is so much left to do, so many things to still experience. The path to greatness is tough, you say? Brother, there's no other way. Because the only alternative is failure, regret, and in the end, you can't go back. That might be the worst thing. They say a graveyard is the richest place in the world because there you'll find all the dreams, all the desires, and all the things of people that never were. And obviously, me, as I believe with you guys, don't want that to happen, right? We want to accomplish all our dreams. And it's possible. For the second paragraph, I said, focus on the good, on what can be, on the bright future ahead. I'm not sure if this quote is from the Bible. The Bible has so much wisdom, probably says something along the same lines of, anything is possible to him who will believe. And I told myself, you're destined for greater things, the best life possible. No stone left unturned, no risk not taken. This game we both play, this game, should put a comma there. We both play to enjoy and play to win, at the expense of no other. I was reading Meditations by Marcus Aurelius yesterday on the car ride, and I see this video is 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So if you're still here, thanks, and I hope it's helping you. But there, I was reading the book, and he said one of the things he said was 3 things: God, or the higher power, the higher nature, spirit, whatever you want to call it, for him. You, yourself, and others, your fellow human beings. You don't want to do anything to disrespect or break the harmony between those 3 things. There was a study, the longest study ever conducted on happiness, which said one of the most important things to a fulfilling life, a quote unquote happy life, is the relationships that you have with other people, meaningful relationships. And that's the thing about friends and family. It's not quantity, it's quality. You can have three super great friends, and that's literally all you need to keep going in life and live a fulfilled life. You can have a hundred friends, a hundred acquaintances, and none of them will be there to back you up when you're in times of need, in your toughest times. And that's where the quality shows to be the better aspect, or something you would prefer to have over the quantity. So yeah, don't do anything at the expense of others, other humans, other fellow people, and and everything that has life, I guess. And the last part I said was, there are two people within you: the human who struggles, falls, looks for someone to give him a hand. He falls but gets back up. He cries, but even Jesus wept. He knows all he can do is keep moving forward. So for the human part of us, um, all of us are relatively fighting the same battle, which is just with ourselves. But the only thing we can do is keep moving forward. Well, that's the human aspect of us, at least. And then there's the godlike aspect of you, the spirit and the will, the human will. Or God will? The one who knows all goals are possible, and thus will be accomplished, who is the beacon of light for all, who has the strength to endure what must be endured, and carry the hopes of all who believe in him, who gets better every day, who knows that if anyone can do it, if anyone in the world can do it, it's him. Send him, he can win it all. They're making a deck down there. So if you guys can hear that sound, that's what it is. But yeah, man, that's all we can do. Keep pushing forward. Choose a worthwhile journey. Something worthy of putting your heart and soul into. When I think about going all in, I always remember. You can see how I'm influenced by these shows. But they're good shows. They have really good lessons. Everything's influence anyways. Just depends what you watch. So hopefully you're watching good things. Consuming good things and taking action on them. But there's this show, Hunter x Hunter, or Hunter x Hunter, whatever you want to call it. The old man, there's an old man who was the strongest, I guess, fighter. He's on the quote unquote good side, because this anime has a lot of aspects to it, on the good and bad. But he was on the side of humans, I guess you could say. And there was a quote unquote villain, not really a villain. He was, in the end, he actually turned out to be more human than even the main character. But they sent this guy, the strongest person, the strongest human of all, to challenge this villain, this king, they called him. And this video is so long. I might just post it on YouTube because it's so long. But they sent him, and he was already past his prime, to be honest. He was like maybe 70 something years old. Obviously in anime, the old men are still like super strong. But he was past his prime, which was, his prime was around his 40s. And but before this villain came, all he did was, he got to a point where no one could challenge him. All challenges presented to him, he was so strong that he kind of lost the spark, you know? And finally, there upon him was someone, a challenge that he didn't know if he could beat. So it reignited the flame within him, the flame that we should all have. Not should. Well, should if you want a fulfilling life, no? And a quote that he says, remembering, while he started fighting this guy, finally using his full potential, his full power, he said, when did I stop hesitating to take the hands of my vanquished opponents as they bowed their heads in defeat? So when did he start accepting, for people to say, okay, you win, and he was like, okay, that's it? When did he stop pushing those limits? So after he said that, I'm trying to remember the quote. Was that the full quote? When did I stop? Well, yeah, he was reminiscing on that. Am I a slow talker? I might be, but I feel like it has a lot of substance. Maybe it's just me thinking about it in my own mind, but hopefully you are too. And he says, he goes back to he's thinking about his past, about how once he reached the full potential and no challenge came, he started, limiting himself, not going all out. And he comes back into the present while he's fighting. And he says, that's not the ultimate strength I sought. That's not the perfection he was going after. Limiting himself, not going all out, not going all in. And he said what he was looking for and what he was doing at that very moment now was fighting against a challenge and an opponent with the strength to defeat him. He had no choice but to go all out. And I think we all need to find or create a need in our lives, a future vision, something worthy of using all your heart and soul for, of using all your strength for. So it's tough. Life is tough. But you need to find something worth fighting for. And in turn, something worth living for. But that's basically everyone. Just keep pushing forward. Just keep being great. That's all any of us can really do. Don't limit yourself. All limits are self-imposed. If you think an external event, an external circumstance is what's limiting you, your path ends there. There's always a way to go around something. Even if it's an uncharted trail, well, you'll be the first one to make it. So I think I'm going to post this on YouTube because it's so long. I'm not sure if Instagram will let it post. But yeah, just be great. Take advantage of the day. And be grateful for what's already here. And look forward to the future. Because brighter days will come. So thanks for watching. And I will see you guys. Or maybe not see. But I will. You know what I mean. Bye. I'll see you guys next time. Be great. That's all we can ever do. Peace and enjoy your day.